Afternoon or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to another Let's Pixel tutorial video. Now, for this video, I'm not going to do anything too special. I've got a visual aid here on my other computer, and I'm going to be doing kind of like, it's kind of like a chimney, but it would be for like a lava landscape. So it's going to be kind of a rock with a hole in it and lava coming out of it. So that sounds pretty intense. Let's start. I'm going to start with this dark kind of gray color and start by forming the base of the rock here. And we're going to kind of come up a little bit like that. And it's going to kind of look a little bit like a cup. And the rock's going to come back over up this way. Set that to replace. I can get rid of these quicker like that. And clean up my edges a little bit there. Now, with the one that I'm looking at, it's got quite a big kind of like a rim, pretty thick rim like this. So I want to get rid of that edge that we've got there so we can get this better kind of rim looking thing. It's also pretty kind of bumpy, rocky, I guess you could say. It it's not smooth and nice and clean like what I have here. It needs to be quite a bit rougher than this because this looks too clean. So I'm going to start adding some stuff in to make this look rougher. And I'm going to actually pull this down further that way, like that. But we still want it to kind of seem like it's coming out of the ground. And I'm not even sure if this is going to end up in the game or not. We'll see what it looks like later on, if it actually even fits in the game. So now that I've got that, I'm going to grab a lighter color and say, oh, this top section is probably going to be lighter like this. It's probably going to come down a little bit into the darker color as well in some places. And likewise, the darker color is going to come up here into the lighter color a little bit. So let's start with this. And I'm going to throw this darker color down here and right here like that. And I'm visualizing there'll be some bumps that will catch, the light will just barely glance off of these bumps that are kind of higher up on this, like this. And we want to catch that light when it hits them. Kind of like that. So inside, we're going to have a really kind of like an orangish, it's going to be kind of an orange yellow like this. And it's going to be really, really bright in the center. And it's going to gradually turn into kind of more of a red color towards the edges and probably lose some of its saturation like this. It's going to be more a lot closer to this color like this. on the edges. Once we kind of get that color in there, it's already starting to look kind of like a lava pit type thing. And in game, I'll probably have some particles coming off of this. I do want to add a little bit more of a brighter tone, and like a really bright color in some areas, just to show that it is really hot. And the edges of this is going to start to glow. So I'm going to grab this orange color that we've used, and I'm going to put the opacity to like 100, I guess. I don't know. Sounds like a pretty good guess. And we're going to want to make sure this is set to blend. And we're going to come in and we're going to put some of this on our edge here and have it show. And you won't want to click multiple times because that will add colors that you probably don't want. So you want to be very careful to make sure you only click as much as you need. Basically only one time as you're adding that in. And it's going to give the edges kind of a glow that we need to, because the light from the lava is going to hit the edge of this rock and glow off the rock. So that's what we're aiming for here. So, and you can see that looks pretty good so far. And I have no clue what this is going to look like in the game yet. I'll have to probably alter colors based on how that looks a little bit. But so far it looks pretty good, and I can imagine some particles coming out of this that will make it look more alive than this, where it looks kind of dead right now, but it's got a great start. So hopefully this video helped you some. You can see that I did this circle on the top is almost an actual circle, so you can see the perspective that I was going for was similar to Grain Wars, where it's almost a top view. It's not really a very tall, we're almost bird's eye view here on this. We can kind of see it from the top. So you can see that was taken into account because I actually used a visual aid, but the visual aid, this top circle would have looked quite a bit more like this, quite a bit flatter. And the bottom would have been flatter too, like this, in the actual visual aid that I'm using. But I changed the perspective just a little bit for this. So hopefully this video helped you in some way, even though it was a little bit of an interesting subject matter. I got a request to do a background to kind of show how I did the backgrounds for Grain War. So I will be doing that probably Saturday. Because that's when I have the time to do it, because backgrounds take quite a bit longer. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure and like and favorite this video, share it with your friends. Go check out my Facebook page, and I will talk to you guys later.